Hello, my little vampires and goblins and witches. And look who just flew in. My favorite butterfly. How are you, Annie?
I'm great, my little witch.
What you all don't know is that off camera, Annie has been fluttering and dancing with her butterfly
Yes, I
wings.
have been. For all of you guys out there who know and love me, I finally got my wings.
Oh my God, you look gorgeous. You
I
look absolutely delighted.
love the blue. I just
Well,
love
and
it.
hints of
I
pink.
love it. I wish I could get my hair to hold this color.
I
Oh my
haven't
God,
had long
this is
hair since
great.
I was 14, so this is
Yeah,
this is a lot.
yeah.
So welcome to our Halloween edition
Mm.
of UBU Yoga. What some of you may or may not know is that I secretly, and now quite openly, am a plant witch.
Mm.
I have been taking classes and I've been doing lots of reading on how to use the plants around me, around us, to heal and to find comfort in. So we thought we would share that with you today.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I knew there was something special about her.
Ah,
That
did the hat give it away?
gave it away.
So, this is kind of big for me because I do a lot of this just kind of in the privacy of my own home, and now I'm letting everybody in. So bear with
Yeah.
me. So Halloween is upon us, right?
Yes.
Also called Samhain. It is a Druid holiday that is a particular time when the veil between the material world, this world, and the other world is very thin. So it's a time of communing with the dead. It is a time for celebration with smoke and fire and all those kind of fun witchy things. But it's also just a great time to be maybe a little more introspective. So I have a couple of things I want to share with you today.
I'm
So
excited.
I don't know, who is this guy? Does he have a name? You name all your things.
Well, I actually didn't name this guy, so I'm going to leave it up to our audience to go ahead and maybe after viewing this video, you guys can pop some names in the comments. Yeah, I didn't name him, so we're
This is a
just,
shocker.
yeah,
So what our little friend here is holding is some moon water.
Mm.
And moon water is exactly what it sounds like, right? Water that has been left outside to be imbued with the magic and the vibrations of the moon.
So cool.
I know, right?
So cool.
And so I took just a basic mason jar and I filled it with some tap water. And then I brought this jar outside and I placed it in my backyard. So the moon, when I placed this outside, was a waxing moon, which means it's getting bigger, bigger towards that full moon. And so that waxing moon is all about changing and preparing for transformation. And obviously, that waxing or building moon leads toward the full moon. So what's really cool is this Samhain, this Halloween that's coming up, is our second full moon of the month. So it is a blue moon, blue like my hair. I knew you were going to do that. So there's even more vibrational energy that can be shared with the moon and to us, to you, if you're open to it. So
That's so cool. So
I
how long
know.
do you leave the water outside?
So that's a really great question. So I grabbed my jar, filled it with some water just sometime in the evening, and then I took it outside. And so there are lots of little things you can do to even like give more energy and charge to this. So there's some people that are very much into their stones. So there's like rose quartz that you could place around it that's all about bringing in compassion and
Love that.
peace. Yeah. And unfortunately, that's just not an area that I know too much about, but I'm very much into Reiki. And I know
Oh,
that you
yeah.
are too. And that's a healing energy that just comes from nature, from the
Mhm.
world, right? And so what I did is when I walked this outside, I just put my hands around it and I kind of charged it with some of that Reiki that I have. And I also offered a little thanks to the moon because I'm hoping that she'll share with me. And, I was always taught when you're given something, even before maybe you receive it, you say thank you. So just some simple words. I thank you in advance for what you can share with me. I appreciate your energy, your beauty to infuse this water so that I may kind of partake of just that beauty, that lightness, that whatever you can give me. And I think that thank you really goes a long way
Absolutely.
And so the second part of your question is you do leave it outside. I like to find jars that are covered, obviously to keep out critters.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a covered one, that's okay too. You can just kind of filter out the water when you bring it in. You want to bring it in the early morning, right around dawn, just after dawn, before the sun rises. Bring this in. And what's really cool is you can drink it right away.
Oh, I
It's
love
moon water.
that.
It's now infused,
Yeah.
and I feel, and Annie will attest, it tastes magical. It tastes different. It tastes transformed. And that idea of kind of taking it in, it just feels very witchy, which I love.
It's magical.
But there's so much more you can do with it, right? So in one of my classes, I learned that you can add it to your cat bowl for water, right? Why not bring the magic, the vibrations to the pets in your house?
Oh, I love that.
And I have a black cat, so I know he
love
appreciates that. You can add it to your bath water.
Okay.
Water your plants with it. You can even, and I love this. Woo! I didn't tell Annie I was going to do that. I didn't want you to. Yeah, see, we can do that again, but now it's less fun. But you can also kind of sprinkle your house, sprinkle items that are special to you. So you can make it as elaborate as you'd like or as simple as you'd like. And it doesn't have to be a mason jar. I was asking Annie if she had any special vessels or containers. And she said she had one that she rarely uses, but she loves because of its beauty. And it's this Lennox. Oh my God, you have a hummingbird on it, which is like my spirit animal.
This is really sentimental to me because my beautiful girlfriend had given this to me, and it's just so beautiful, and it just means a lot to me. But it's also actually very delicate, so it's not a mug that I choose to use often because I don't want to break it.
Yeah, and so I feel like when it comes to this idea of the moon water or any kind of ceremony that you might be doing or ritual, use what you love, right? And what I like about it is you love this, you barely use it, so maybe it becomes your moon mug.
Oh, I like that idea.
And what I like is it's also covered. You just happen to luck into that, but would also keep out any critters, right?
Absolutely.
So you too can make your own moon water.
I think I have a new use for my
You do. So, let's take things a little bit further. We always say that in yoga, right? Let's take that pose a little further. Yeah. So let's take our magic a little bit further. And you all know that Annie and I are like the biggest coffee drinkers, right? But we also love our tea.
We do.
So we're going to take some of this moon water and make a tea today. And not just any tea, right? We want to be able to kind of make a special tea today. So, using the energy, and the vibrations of this water, we're going to make our very special tea. So
I'm excited.
Yeah. I'm kind of calling it like a self-care, love yourself, remind yourself how great you are tea. It's kind of wordy, not official title yet. But I brought some herbs that I had for my garden. Some that I bought from small stores online. All right, so we have today a little bit of lavender.
Love me some lavender.
Yeah, and that is straight from my garden, right?
I'm gonna keep her, guys. I'm gonna keep her.
A new plant friend in my life is tansy. We also have some tulsi, which, forgive my containers, everyone. When you start to collect herbs, you're gonna find that you might not have enough jars in your life, so you make do with what you have. So I have a can full of the beautiful tulsi. I'll show you in a moment. I also have some rosehip. Ooh. And then finally, I have some chamomile. So we're going to use all of this to make a tea today. A tea with all of you in mind. All right. And one of the things I quickly learned about potions and magic making is that witches, you don't really have to measure too precisely. And so that's how I knew I was a witch inside, because it's a little of this and a little of that. And I love that. All right. So we're going to start with our lavender. All right. And I love lavender. I mean, it's purple and it smells amazing.
You just leave the whole jar.
I know, right? Secretly, I have brought you some in the past because I know how much you love it. And what I'm going to do is just begin to I'm going to slide this over. Just begin to break some of the those beautiful flowers, very fragrant, into my bowl. And as much as you think, you know, I'm making.
It needs more.
I know. I mean, it just smells so good. Oh my gosh.
I just love it.
I know. And so I tend to add a pretty healthy dose of lavender. Lavender is great for calming, easing, releasing. It just, even like the way I say it, you notice, like there's just like a letting go. There's that, you breathe it in, you're like, life is going to be okay, at least for the next 5 minutes.
Just a little bit calmer. Yeah.
Exactly. But I don't add too much because that's a very strong flavor profile. Okay. So there's our lavender for today.
And the rest of the jar you may leave with.
I'll put a little purple bow on it, right? All right. So we also have, my newest friend, Tansy. So Tansy is very new to me. But one of the things I love about it is that it's yellow, which is currently one of my favorite colors. It looks like the sun. It has these really pretty yellow flowers. So I know a lot of people like to decorate with Tansy. It also has a really great taste in a tea. And this is really great because Tansy is a very playful herb. She wants to come out and kind of dance in your life a little bit. She wants to protect you from whatever's going on that might be holding you back and might be preventing you from being your best, your very bestest self. So she's yellow, she's awesome, and I really love her.
I'm noticing that you're removing some of the stem.
Yeah, you could absolutely leave that in there because we're going to put this in a strainer anyway, but I do try to get the most of the flowers.
The bulk of it out.
Yeah, absolutely. My strainers are a little small. Good to know. We also have Tulsi. Tulsi looks to me a little bit like lavender. I think in our spooky lighting, you may not see some of the hints of purple.
Oh, I love this. This smells beautiful.
I'm going to hold it for, I know, right? Very fragrant just coming out of the container. So we're going to add a little bit of this Tulsi. Tulsi is also good for calming and relaxing. Something else I read about Tulsi is that it also provides or helps to provide a little more oxygen to the brain, and who can't use that?
Oh, I gotta get me some of this.
Who can't use that these days, right? Let's see. We also have some rose hips. So I haven't worked too much with rose hip, but you know, I was just intrigued, and I got this from an online store that they really cutely decorate the bags.
Yeah,
I was in love right away. I love that. And this is also another one that's good for calming and for soothing. You can tell I haven't used it yet. There we go. And they're like these little berries.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, very pretty, right?
Take one. Wow.
We'll sprinkle some in there.
Yep. Very nice.
And since this is kind of new for me, which means I know it's new for you too, we're going to add a little extra. See what we can get out of there.
Color.
Kind of has a look of like dried cranberry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So there's our rose hip. And then I really wanted to make this a specialty. So the last thing we're going to add is chamomile. A lot of us have, you know, had that chamomile cup of tea before going to bed. Oh, yeah. What a good distressor it is. Yeah. But this has a little backstory. And the backstory is this. Our friend Sue gave this to me. Oh. So I feel like when I add it to our tea today.
That she's here with us.
Yeah, it's adding a little extra love. And it's adding a little more friendship. Ooh. Someone's got our back as we prepare with this self-care tea.
I love that.
Yeah. So I added a little extra of that because why not? It's our tea and we can do whatever we want to. And then we're going to take all of this, right? And where did our mugs go? Oh, right here. Okay. So we have our mugs. And I also have a couple of strainer options, right? I've got the one that I usually use, just a simple mesh one, rests across. I'll take that one because I have a feeling you might want my little cat strainer.
Oh, I love that. That's
it's a little fish attached. And what we're going to do is we're just going to take this that we've created, right? I kind of broke it up within my my fingers. I didn't really have to do any kind of cutting. And we're going to add it to each of the strainers here.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
So how many scoops would you say? Just
Honestly, whatever you feel like.
teaspoon?
Yeah. So I usually just generously fill a strainer,
Got it.
right? And then we'll
Oh my
close
God, I
the
love
fish.
that. That is so
And we'll
cute.
rest up there.
Oh, you have to give me one of those.
Oh, it's amazing. Most people know you like cats. That's right. Everything you get is cat related. So that's kind of a nice thing.
Yeah.
So I will tell you that when I prepare some of my herbs, there's a little extra cat magic in this because I do have a black cat. And my black cat loves to help me. So I feel like my little furry friend has also added
Aw.
not fur to this, but also a little extra
Aw.
cat magic
So
to
this
it.
is special.
Yeah,
Really special.
it really is. So we'll get some water in here.
Exciting.
And you just want to make sure that it's not hot water, like boiling. I think that's like a misconception that like the boiling the better. And it's really not true. So a nice warm tea.
Okay, would you say room temperature kind of?
I would go even warmer than that.
Okay.
I'm gonna come on a little higher just so that yeah, you can see where the herbs
Oh,
are
yeah.
getting the water.
You know, and I don't think I'm gonna ever go back to regular tea after this.
And I hopefully you're seeing just how easy it is,
Oh
right?
yeah.
So
I can't wait to play.
yeah, and so I've done all sorts of like plant workshops, but I also did a tea workshop, and the tea that we drink, you know, you can make it as fancy or as simple as you'd like, and hopefully you all are seeing just how easy it is to make.
Yeah.
A little of this, a little of that. The plant world is just waiting to be discovered. A lot of them want to come play.
Yeah.
And we just have to
I
let them
definitely
in.
want to keep playing.
So do you want to try it? I think it's
Yes.
warm enough where we can actually try this on camera. I'm going to take mine out because I've got stuff floating.
Oh, I love this little.
You can leave him in there.
Yeah.
What's also really cool is when you do herbal teas like this, you can leave the tea in there. It's not going to make it so strong like your black teas and your green teas. Like if you leave that in, ooh, it's really tough. But this, you could just let it linger.
This is so exciting. Yep. Am I going to fly after this?
You will. Oh my goodness. What I should call this is our flying tea. Maybe rename it. Want to try it?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Mm. Oh, wow. That's delicious. It's really delicious, guys. You have to get yourself this stuff and make this tea. It's really amazing. These herbs are amazing.
Yeah. And so easy to do.
Oh. Oh, I think that's my new favorite.
All right. So happy Halloween. Happy Samhain. Enjoy the week. Enjoy this fall season. Because to me, really, this time of year is all about that inward spiral of reflecting. We want to start to hibernate. And some of us fight that, right?
Yes.
And some of us really lean into it. And there's really no right or wrong way. But know that if you feel like you need to go inward or inside, physically or mentally, know that you are not alone, that this is the season just for you.
Thank you for joining us today, guys. We hope that you have fun with this, just as much fun as we had today. And we definitely look forward to seeing you guys soon. And we hope you guys have a wonderful Halloween. Take care. Love you. Bye.